Hello, hello, welcome to this uh, warm space and time, virtual space, obviously. But with all our heart, we are sharing this live class of Andino Yoga. I'm Ram Flores, transmitting from the northeast of Brazil. Beautiful day today. And excited about this new beginning. Well, there are cycles, obviously. And the last cycle ended at the end of December. We took a bit of time to prepare some parts of our work, and today we're coming back with all our willing to share this special knowledge and wisdom that we received from our masters. We are in a very difficult task to share a kind of view of reality, but without words. So, K'anchary Yoga tries to expand our consciousness, expand our consciousness of our physical body, of our emotions, of our mind, but especially in a field that we are not used to get into, which is the subtle body, the energetic body, the body of Causa Pacha, in Quechua language, meaning the life force that is the vital force that is all the time holding, is the essence of our physical immediate reality. So in these classes, we're going to share ways to expand our perception to create a link. That's the main reason of the K'anchary Andino Yoga. Try to break the boundaries of this little human world, human reality, and create a link to the real, to which is real, our own reality, small and conducted by our own limits, our own culture, our own perception of ourselves. Break those boundaries, break that cage, and finally make contact with the divine in the different aspects that we're gonna try to guide you in the next classes. We're gonna share these classes every Saturday. I think it's 2:30 p.m. CET time. Here is 10:30. And well, we are using obviously our physical body, but especially we are trying to make our body as sensitive as we can, as much sensitive as we can, expand our sensitivity, our senses, our body, trying to go to the limits of the senses, and as well include our mind in the most subtle aspect of our mind, our imagination. So we use our body, we use our imagination. So the physical body, our mental aspect, and finally we expand our heart, we expand our consciousness, the heart consciousness, to break those limits, those agreements, those social agreements that limit us, that bring us in a very simplified form of life. We are universals as human beings. We are expression of God. So we are trying to, in these ritual movements, expand our consciousness, expand our perception. So today, Suyani, good morning. So today we're gonna try to feel our heart. When we say heart, we are saying not the pump that is pushing blood, renewing cells in our physical body. Not just that, but the heart as a sacred space in our own landscape. We have this landscape that is holding the houses, is holding the street, is holding the trees, the gardens, is holding the life. But we have this landscape. Our body is a landscape. It's a different scale, but it's the same thing. So in this landscape, there's a sacred space, which is waka. Waka is a beautiful word in Quechua language, coming from the root of the place of encounter. We encounter the divine in our heart. So the waka of this landscape is our heart. So we're going to try in these ritual movements to expand our heart, like opening it like a flower, making it sensitive to the pollination, to be open to be receptive to receive the pollinator. Maybe it could be a hummingbird, or it could be a bee. We had this same class in Spanish, and I told people that I read recently that the flowers can listen to the bees or the hummingbirds. So the flower is a receptive organ to receive the sound, the vibration. Sound is vibration. And when they receive the proper vibration of the bee, for example, all the nectar comes flowing to the flower to give it as a present or even as a gift. The flower is in gratitude for the work of the pollinator. So we're going to try to use that metaphor to create that sensation in our heart. So please join me. We're going to first have a preparation part. We're going to move our body to break all the ties that are holding the energy to flow, the blockage in our body. And finally, we're gonna experience some ritual movements. So I'm gonna go here. We have a very limited microphone, so I'm gonna try to be louder, but please be patient. Okay, all this class we're gonna be stand up, but if you have any kind of issue about being in your feet, you can try to follow the class in a chair, for example, to try to find a chair that helps you to move your body. So the first thing to prepare our body is to make the blood flow easier, faster, with more power in our body. And for that, we need to make our heart dance. So we could jump a bit. I'm gonna jump here, but if you can run around your room. If you have any problem with your knees, for example, just move your body in the same place. Just shake your body. Breathe, 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 breathe in and out deeply to allow this new flow of blood to be full of oxygen, of vital force. Just jump and awake your body. Call them, come on. Be here and now. Okay, you can stop and loose your legs, take out all tensions. And finally, breathe a bit. Pay attention to your breath. Feel your lungs expanding when they are full of air. And coming back, expanding and contracting. Just that little jumps create a different state of our body. With your right hand, take your head and breathe in. And as you breathe out, push your head to the right. Again, breathe out and push a bit more. You're going to stretch the left part of your neck. Last time, breathe in. As you breathe out, push a bit more. Try to touch your ear with your shoulder. Okay. With your left hand, take your head, breathe in. And as you breathe out, push a bit gently, not with effort, just gently. Again, breathe in and out. And feel the right part of your neck being stretched. Last time, breathe in. As you breathe out, try to reach your shoulder with your ear. Back to the center. We're going to lose our head to the back. Just the weight of the head. And you're going to see your roof or your sky or your trees, whatever, it's up there. And start to be sensitive to the influence of the sky, which is whatever is up. K'anchary. And now we're going to go back to the center, and then we're gonna loose our head to the chest. Feel the stretch in the upper part of our spine. Breathe in and out. Our neck is always tense, especially with the use of the smartphone. So just let your neck relax. Let your thoughts relax to the heart. Lay your head in your heart. It's a very metaphoric image. And from there, we're going to roll the neck to the left first, slowly, making a massage to your neck. One last time, breathe in and out gently, and draw back from the chest, go back to the other side, to the right, the other direction. Right, second turn. Last time. Now come back to the center. When I say center, I'm talking about the stable position. We are two legs. We are animals that are stand up. So this is a very complex posture. It's a very complex. We prepare our brain to assume this posture. So it's a very complex thing. It's like a gift. We were used to walking 4 feet, and now we are in 2 feet. So for to assume the proper posture of 2 feet in the ground, we need to understand the weight, the gravity, and the disposition of our body. So first, pay attention to your feet. Feel all the distribution of weight in the palms of your feet. Take the feet shoulders apart, shoulders wide apart. Then pay attention to your knees. Knees should be unblocked. Usually when we are stand up, we block the articulation of our, the joint of our feet, of our knee is blocked. So we need to unlock, just break that tension. With that, we are available for the movement. So pay attention with that, knees are unblocked. Then pay attention to your hip. It should be a bit turned to the front, just a bit, to take tensions in the lower back. Then pay attention to your chest. It should be open, prepared to breathe for breath. Pay attention to the shoulders, not too open, not closed, in between. And your head aligned to your spine. So that's center, that's a proper posture, the central posture, a posture that is rooted and available to be movement. So we're gonna try to move our hip to help the movement lubrify this joint. Just slowly move your hip first and then deeper movement. All right. If you feel any pain in your lower back, put your hands on top of the sacrum bone and guide the movement. When you feel tension, just loose or goes slower. Great. Just join your feet and put your hands on top of your knees. They're not lubrified. It's very important join. Nice. Okay. Go back to the center and we're gonna take care of the joint of our feet. First, right foot. Just turn it, stretch it, and change sides. Right. Now we're going to activate the 2 sides of perception of our body. We have a right side and a left side, and that's not casual. we have this right side related to a different kind of energy to the left side. The right side, we call it tonal, we call it paña in Quechua language. It's related to the outside world. It's related to the rhythms. The left side is related to the inside world. It's related to the mystical contact with the divine, magical contact with the concrete world, divine world. So to activate them, we have a very simple movement. In the center position, we're going to move our body from our legs, not from our hip, from our legs. Just turning the trunk, our arms are loose, completely loose. And we have just enough tension to keep the movement. Our head is turning, our side, try to reach as much as you can. And relax your arms. Feel the movement. Just bounce your body to the right and to the left. And when you have this movement, breathing deeply, you have to imagine that you are taking energy from the right to the left, left to the right. Mixing both energies, creating the possibility of a dance between sides, the magical and the mystical aspect. And slowly come back to the center, stop the movement and put your hands in your costume. Close your eyes just 1 second to feel. Be curious, just feel what is going on. Don't assume anything. Okay? Now, put your left hand in your heart, right hand on top of it. Close your eyes just a second. And if you want, you can join me saying, Pachamama, my mother, Taita Inti, my father, Munai Sonko, I am. Okay, open your eyes, and we are prepared to feel the heart as the place of encounter with the divine, the waka of our heart. So the first ritual movement is to prepare our heart to be open, to be receptive, like helping the flower of our heart to be fully open. And for that, it's a very simple movement, but actually it's a complex movement in the sense that you have to imagine like a vortex expanding from your heart. So we're going to start the movement from our heart. I don't know if the image is mirroring me, but I'm going to go to the left and up. From our heart to the left and up. Drawing a circle around my heart with both hands together. Touching my chest, rubbing my chest. So this circle, if I see my hands, I can see that they are clockwise. So first, feel your hands rubbing your chest. And then you can imagine that there's a vortex coming from the center of your heart, slowly opening in a spiral way from the center. Just slowly open. Feel it like a massage, like caressing your chest and your heart, and slowly helping the flower of your heart to be open to be receptive, to be available. And now, pay attention. We're gonna expand this circle and taking our hands out of your body. Slowly. Breathe in and out. The center of this circle always is our heart. So expand your hands up and down. You can help the movement with your legs. When you're up, stretch your legs. When you're down, bend your legs. And then the breathe. Breathe in when you're going up. Breathe out when you're going down. And expand the full extent of your arms, drawing a big circle with the center in your heart. It's a very simple movement, but you have to imagine that from the center of your heart, this flower is open, full open. Breathing going up, breathe out, going down. Last time, breathe in, up, and down, and come back to your heart. But don't lose your imagination. Try to keep expanding, open, like a vortex in spiral movement from your heart to the outside, from your heart to the outside. It's prepared to be receptive, to be in touch. Okay. So now we're gonna move our body in a ritual way to start to make this flower breathe. We want the flower to start to understand the movement of the breath, receiving the blessings, saminche, and giving gratitude, añay, receiving saminche, blessings, giving back gratitude, añay. So for that, we're gonna be open a bit more, our legs a bit more than our shoulders wide, just a bit more, to be a bit lower. And we're gonna put our hands in our chest and curve your spine a bit. Curve down, it's like pushing your hands inside of your chest. Like curving your spine and breathe out completely. And as you breathe in, you're going to expand and draw a big horizontal circle with the back of your hands. And as you breathe in, expand, stretch your legs. When you're full of air, come back. Bend your legs and come back to the center. Pushing your hands in your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. And come back to the center. Again. Make the flower of your heart breathe, expand and contract. In and out. Breathe in and take in the blessings as a pollen. Breathe out and come back in gratitude. Breathe in and out. In, receiving the blessings, come back in gratitude. And yeah, to the center. Now, we're gonna expand to the right and to the left. To the right, to the outside world, to the tonal, to the left, to the inside world, to the nahual. And for that, we're gonna have a little step to the right and put your elbow pointing to the sky and expand in diagonal. Your arms and your chest fully open and come back to the center. Now to the left, a little step to the left, your elbow pointing to the sky, and breathe in and come back to the center. To the right, breathe in and come back to the heart. Breathe in everyone with their own rhythm. Just take your own rhythm. Don't just be guided by my rhythm. Find your own breathing rhythm. To the left, the mystical side. To the right, the magical side. Imagine that your heart is breathing. This flower is preparing. Last time to the right. And last time to the left. And now we're gonna expand to the sky and to the earth. And for that, we're gonna join our left leg to the right. We are completely extended to like a column, like a pillar. And we're gonna point our right elbow to the sky and go up, expanding to be in touch in a vertical way and come back to the center. Now our right leg goes to the left and our left elbow pointing to the sky, go up and come back to the center. Right, breathe in, breathe out, and come back to the heart. Breathe in, breathe out, creating a sidewalk. Breathe in, column, contact earth and sky. Come back to the heart. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in to the right. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Last time to the right. Breathe in. All your intent in this switch of movement. Come back to the heart. Breathe in to the left. Breathe out. And come back to your heart. Stay just a few moments. See what happened. Just be curious. There's no model there's no prepared vision. Just be open to what's coming up in your imagination, in your feelings, in your emotions. Alright. Now we're gonna try to expand the reach of our heart in an unlimited way. We're gonna try to expand it to all the universe, just expand it like a wave. And for that, from our heart, we're gonna start with the right hand. We're gonna stretch our right arm to the back. The feet are staying rooted. And we're gonna just turn our trunk and stretch our arm to our back. Just like this. And we're gonna be guided by the back of our hand and draw a circle, always with a stretched arm, turning our trunk, guiding the right hand. When we can't turn more our trunk, we're gonna keep the movement with our arm. When we can't go further, turn in your elbow and come back to your back. And then go up, touch the sky, again stretch your arm and go down, 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 down. With your stretch arm, go down, go down, go down, go down. Always guided by the back of your hand. Try to bend your legs and just the tip of your fingers in the floor and come back to the heart. We're going to try it with our left hand, our left side. Again, stretch your arm to the back. And we're going to start to roll a movement. Try to draw a circle around. And we can't turn it any further. Go up to the head. Stretch your arm to touch the sky. Stretch your legs like trying to reach the sky and then go down. Down. Bend your legs. Touch with the tip of your fingers to the ground and come back to the center. So we're going to repeat it in the right side, but we're going to make it faster with the rhythm of our breath. So we're going to breathe in, turn in, keep breathing, go up and then breathe out when you are going down. Breathe out. Touch the ground and come back to the heart. Left, breathe in, go up and breathe out. The ground, the heart. Right, breathe in, go up and breathe out. Left, expanding in a horizontal way, totality and unity, without. Come back to the center. Now, just keep going to the right and to the left. But imagine that you are expanding your heart to the whole universe. There's no limit. Left side. Breathing in. Last time to the right. Expand your imagination. You're reaching the whole universe. Left, out, and come back to your heart. And stay there for a few moments. Closing your eyes and being open to receive inspiration, to receive guide, to receive signals, the purpose of my life, share life. And finally, we're going to create this ritual movement to create a seal, a contact with the heart of life. When I say like heart of life, I mean we have this heart, my heart. In this landscape, my heart is the most sacred weapon. And in this landscape, physical landscape, it's waka. In the whole planet, there's a waka. In the whole neighborhood of our galaxy, there's a heart. It's always a heart. Those hearts are in touch with one heart. Some people call it God. So we're going to try to be in touch with the heart of life itself. So for that, we're going to create a movement that bonds my heart and the heart of life. So put your hands on top of your chest with the points pointing, with the fingers pointing to the ground. And we're going to try to imagine that we have a tube in front of us, like a tube, big tube in front of us. So we're going to put our hands inside of the tube and we're going to create like a circle touching inside of a tube. When the hands reach, then they touch each other again. We're going to cross it and change the directions of the fingers pointing to the sky. And then we're going to bring our hands near our mouth and we're going to touch this tube to the outside. The outside. It's like drawing this tube to the outside. They touch each other again. Cross your hands and point your fingers to the ground and come back to the first circle inside the tube. Cross your hands outside the tube. Cross your hands inside the tube, inside like a vessel, outside the vessel. Cross your hands in the center, and if you can imagine, it's like a three-dimensional infinite movement, like spiral in front of us. And now pay attention. We're going to try to be guided by our breath. Breathe in, inside the tube. Breathe out, outside the tube. And first feel the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in, inside the tube. Breathe out, outside this vessel. Breathe in, breathe out. And now we're going to expand the diameter of this circle. Make it bigger. Breathe in, stretch your arms. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And now pay attention to the most important part of this movement. We're going to imagine that when we are breathing in and going down, there's a light, green light down and golden light up. Green light inside the vessel, golden light outside. Green light, golden light. And when the hands reach each other, there's spark. That's when the hands touch each other, we touch the heart of life. Breathe in, touch your hands and feel contact with God. Out, breathe in, last time, feel contact with the divine. And come back to the heart. Close your eyes. Just pay attention to what happens in what we call heart. Fully open to receive the blessings of the divine. And in balance, in harmony, we join the palms of our hand together in prayer. Open your eyes. In full gratitude, we say, Urpichai Sampachai. Urpichai Sampachai. Okay. I'm not just guiding the class, I'm feeling the class. So difficult to come back to the fact that we are transmitting on the internet. But I hope you felt something. I hope you at least try to be open to get some kind of experience. I don't want you to think about it. I want you to feel what happens when you put all the layers of your body in touch with the real. With the real. When I say real, it's not reality. Reality, we create the reality. But the real is outside, is there, is prepared, and is willing to be in touch with you. So that's the main purpose of the ritual movements. We want to share these classes every Saturday to help us 2 p.m. CET time, and hopefully we're gonna keep going to these classes for the rest of the year, and invite your friends, invite your daughter, your sister, your parents. It's better when you share this experience, not just the internet, but in the presence of other people, because the energy goes up. And hope you enjoy. And next Saturday we're gonna try to keep open our feelings to the divine. Thank you for your presence, and see you next Saturday in this channel, K'anchary Yoga Andino, K'anchary Yoga. Bye bye.